And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Welcome to our midweek show. The Georgia Southern Eagles getting set to take on Appalachian State in their big rivalry game. That game was originally scheduled to be played earlier in the season, but was postponed due to COVID issues with the Mountaineers. App State coming in off a loss to Louisiana. Georgia Southern and App both come in with similar records. The Eagles 7-4 on the season, coming off a big win against Florida Atlantic. We'll hear from Coach and some of the players about the game. We'll also send you out for some high school basketball action. Statesboro High and Bulloch Academy both in action Tuesday night at home. We also had a signing at Southeast Bulloch. We're going to get out and show you Megan Lee's going off to South Georgia College to play. All that and plenty more coming up on our midweek edition of Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles getting set for their big rivalry game, the last regular season game of the season. More than likely, the Eagles will be going bowling. They have 7 victories on the year, but they'd sure like to close it out with a win against App State. 6 o'clock at Paulson Stadium. We had a chance to talk with Coach and some of the players about the game.
I think the morale of the guys is high. We don't like them. They don't like us. So, it's going to be we all feel good about it, coming in. They got to come to our house. So, we're undefeated right now at our house, so we're feeling pretty confident, pretty good about it. Just keep working, keep grinding, and it'll take care of itself on Saturday. From my point of view, you really can't wait till that first snap. You have to have your mindset ready on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It has to build up, and that hate is just instilled in you. And when you come here and you play Appalachian State, it starts on that week. It's not that game day. It's that week. Like I'm ready. Just talking about right now, I'm pretty sure y'all could see it. It's got me getting a little loose. So you can't wait for Saturday to, have a hate for them. It starts on Tuesday and Monday. And, just thinking about them, just, makes you grit your teeth and, you get ready to go to work. Young guys, they got to know that they don't like us and we don't like them, and it's different. It's a different kind of game. It's a different atmosphere. You're going to try to bloody their nose. They're going to bloody your nose. So that's what's good about this rivalry. They get after the ball. All their 11 hats go to the ball. They play hard. They play physical, and that's what we like. Up front, we like that. We like that challenge that they're trying to play harder than us. And for us, as a offensive line standpoint, we have to get after their behinds, and they're going to get after us, and we're going to get after them. But they're physical. That what I've seen, they play really hard. All 11 hats are going to the ball, so that's a challenge for us, and we're going to answer the bell. So.
Just the tradition and the history and the rivalry, and really like Drew was talking about, it's just a strong hate for each other. When you step on our field and you see their school, and just really strong dislike for each other. We played them here 2 years ago when it was raining, and Chris pretty much knocked the quarterback out. and it really changed the whole momentum of the game. And ever since that moment in the game, it just crazy. And just took over the game after that. I think you got to prepare throughout the week to get to that moment. But I also feel like it's just something that you got to experience. When you feel that energy when you get out here, and then when you get out here, you're like, oh yeah, this is real right here. So I think like the older guys know, and we can tell the young guys what to expect, but they not go get that feeling until they step out on that field, and you just and that energy flowing through you, and you go see how the older guys react, and then it's like, oh yeah, okay, this what it is. So all the tradition that's been through it, and you kind of that carry over from the next generation and the next class to class, with the stories that have been told and stuff like that. So I definitely think it's one of the more bigger rivals out here, especially all the other big schools playing. But this is, I think this is still up there and, the same, tier. They're going to try to run the ball, but we plan on, that's one of our goals, to stop the run with any team. They try to run the ball, set up their passing game, and they got good quarterback. He's been there a long time. A good O-line, all them veterans, and they got one back that's out, but they still got guys that are back there capable getting the job done.
It is different. There's no question about it. We've got to prepare and continue with our process. I mean, we have to do the things we do that will allow us to be successful. But I think it's very important that we do understand that it's different. I mean, this is the real rivalry game. This is the one that has so much history to it, so much tradition to it. And our guys understand, our staff understand that, the opportunity to try to get a win versus Appalachian State is something that we don't take lightly. We have to go to work. We have to understand that regardless of what our records are, regardless of what we're ranked in whatever statistical category there is, that, it's different, and you got to be ready to play like that every play. I like it being the last game of the year on a Saturday. I think that's a pretty cool deal. Because since we moved to the FBS, it's always been mid-season, early season, a Thursday night game. I think that's really, something that I think is kind of cool to be able to do it at the end of the year. They're a good football team, man. You turn on the film. There's, I don't see many weaknesses. A lot of great talent all the way around. Great schemes on offense and defense. And our year has been, down to the wire each game, and really except for 2 games, and we haven't been able to finish the way we want to finish ball games. Going against App State's defense, that's going to be similar to what we were doing last week against Florida Atlantic. Now, I do think App State's defense is better than Florida Atlantic's, but I do think Florida Atlantic had a good defense. I really do. I do think App State's is better. So obviously being able to do that for our defense as an offense is going to be huge. And that will be a big time challenge. The other piece to it is, now our defense is challenged. We felt like Florida Atlantic was a heavy run team, didn't throw the ball too well. And we were able to, do a good job of stopping FAU's run game and then controlling the pass game. Now you're going to go up against a guy that at their quarterback spot that can throw and run, and he, and also, a really good offensive line and really good running backs, good receivers. So this is a huge challenge for us because, we're going to have to bring it on both sides of the ball. We're really going to have to bring it in special teams because I believe time of possession and I believe field position and the turnover margin will be key in this game.
Once again, that game getting underway at 6 o'clock at Paulson Stadium. Plenty more to come upon further review.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
Give the gift of Eagle merchandise this Christmas with a present from the University Store on the Georgia Southern campus or their Savannah location. Featuring plenty of jackets, shirts, and sweatshirts to keep you warm this winter. The University Store is open Monday through Fridays from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., all the way up until the holiday break at the Statesboro and Savannah store locations. Saturday, December 12th, store hours are 11 till 6, and the stadium stores in Paulson Stadium are open for counter service from 4:30 until the end of halftime. So for all those Eagle fans, don't forget to stop by the University Store with 2 locations to serve you in Statesboro and in Savannah. The Bulloch Academy Gators and Statesboro Blue Devils both in action, opening up their home schedules Tuesday at home. Let's send you out for some highlights. Statesboro girls hosting Effingham County. This one, all Blue Devils. 6'4" freshman Alyssa Staten with the rebound and putback. The Blue Devil press giving the Rebels fits. Madison Lee finishing inside. Lee then stepping outside as she hits 3 of her 15 points in the game. Lee then dishes to Malaya Deacle for the easy 2. Jemiah Jones then to Lee for 2 more. Next, Alexis Ward, 3 of her 10 points in the game. Then it's Sarah Ellis off the steal, coming through with the easy 2. Statesboro up 33-2 after 1 quarter of play. Later, next ball movement from Statesboro, Casey Ricketts finishes 2 of her 11 points. Tarika Gibson later buries another 3. She'd finish with 14. And then she'll hit another from behind the arc. The Blue Devils continuing to turn up the heat on the press. Ellis the steal and a layup. Staten next with another rebound and putback. Jemiah Jones will then drive all the way in for the easy bucket. And finally, it's Lee coming through with the pull-up jumper for 3, and Statesboro wins 91-12. The Hill family on hand for the boys' game. They're playing their first game at home since the passing of Lee Hill, former Blue Devil great Keith Legree in his home debut. And the Blue Devils in command. Henry Humphreys coming up with the nice spin move. Next, Willie Ballard cleaning the glass. Statesboro up by 9. The Rebels coming back. Keon Wallace with the jumper. And then it's Caleb Williams driving in for 2, cutting the lead to 3. But Statesboro right back. Tim Thomas scores inside. More from Thomas. He'd finish with 17 points and 11 rebounds. Statesboro in the midst of a 16-2 run. Kobe Altman for 3. Next, it'll be Leslie Black with the putback at the buzzer. Statesboro on top 54-41 after 3 quarters of play. In the 4th, more Statesboro. Ballard 2 more of his 18 points. And then Kobe Altman will bury the 3-pointer. And finally, Black going strong to the bucket as Statesboro wins this one by a final count of 69-49. Bulloch Academy hosting Westminster, and the girls struggling in the first half. They were down 25-12 in the second. Sophie Strickland hits the jumper next. Ashante Noble makes it a 30-18 game. The comeback continues. Noble with the long 2. Noble liking that spot. She'll hit for 2 more of her game-high 18. Leah Wilford pitching in with 10 points, including this one off the glass. Williford later with the turnaround in the lane. The Gators continuing to fight back as they cut the lead to 33-30 at the end of the 3rd. From there, it was all Gators. Mary Mac Powell, the baseline jumper. Noble then 3 off the glass. The Gators take their first lead of the game. Powell then with the rebound and another putback. Noble later off the mark, and Powell another rebound, and she puts it in. Finally, it's Strickland for 2 more as BA outscores Westminster 11-0 in the fourth and win 41-33. To the boys' game we go, and the Gators in a hole early on as Carter Hess hits, but Ryan Swanson answering on the other end with the pull-up jumper. The visitors right back, but the Gators respond. Rodney Hill banks in the 3. Later, the Gators inside. Hill 2 more of his 18 points. And finally, it's Miller Pope inside as the Gators hang on to win this one 52-51. Stay with us. More to come on upon further review.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. All right, before we go, signing over at Southeast Bulloch as one of the softball players, Megan Lee is off to South Georgia College to play starting in the fall.
I chose the school because, I have a lot of family down there, and it's a small school, and I kind of wanted to go a little bit smaller, but I didn't want to go too big, and the school just felt like the perfect fit. I mean, the coach is really nice, and it's got lower numbers, and so, it's going to be easier to get a little bit more playing time than if I were to go way up, and plus, it's just a really nice college in general, and I really like it. They told me that I would be catching and playing corner some and also have a bat and lineup. Right now they're rebuilding the team because of other coach, but right now I think they've got the number 1 pitcher in the conference right now, so that's really exciting. She'll be there another year when I'm there, so I'm excited for that.
And that'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.